I will be talking about standardized testing today. This is something that is necessary. The results are used to see if the students in your class are measuring up according to the state and national standards. Standardized testing is something that is both necessary and unwelcome at the same time. The key is to be as organized as possible. The definition of standardized testing is a test with specific characteristics. Students' scores are being compared to the scores of specific population of people. If you are testing 5-year-olds, then your population will be 5-year-olds. The results could be the norm referenced, which means the child's score is compared with the average scores of the population used to design the test. Or the criterion referenced, which means a defined criterion for performance instead of the average score of a group. How is a standardized test administered? You will have directions on how to arrange your room, and there will be the prescribed directions overall. The scoring is the same to ensure that every administration of the test is the same. So the administration for every student, the test will be the same. Why do we need standardized testing, and what are the results used for? We need standardized testing to see the growth that a student has made from the beginning of the year to the middle of the year or to the end of the year. The results are used so that the teacher can see the growth that his or her students have made from one point in time to another. Most educators argue that the focus on standardized testing is not good for authentic student learning. In my opinion, I would say yes, I agree with the statement. I say this because some teachers teach to the test. Students do not seem to be getting lessons in grammar, health, maybe some lessons here and there as far as health is concerned, writing, among other subjects. The majority of their day is reading and math, while other subject areas suffer. It is up to the teacher to incorporate those subjects in the day the best way they can. But far too often, I have heard that there is not enough time in the day. Meanwhile, the children suffer academically. I work with 4th grade students sometimes and think what I have to do is to remind them about sentence structure. How do you begin sentences? With a capital. How do you end them? With the proper punctuation. And then I'll ask, what is a noun, a verb, or etc.? And most times they have to think for a while or they don't know the answer. Three specific concepts as to why standardized testing is not good for authentic student learning. When they go over what is taught in school, might be different from another state, because standardized testing is getting scores from through the whole state and even dealing with national scores. So what everybody's being taught is different from state to state. A student's native intellectual ability, if they're an ESL student, sometimes they don't have a frame of reference. And a student's out of school learning. Sometimes on these tests they might talk about skiing. Some students have never been skiing and have no frame of reference about skiing. So they're not equal. Testing is not equal. The role of standardized testing in early childhood. Early childhood teachers should be very aware of standardized testing because they need to make sure that the tests are used and interpreted appropriately. And those reasons can be used to identify the strengths and weaknesses within a program and information on how well the program meets the goals and needs of the children, to provide a record of growth in all developmental areas like language, social, emotional, cognitive, physical, motor, and approaches to learning, to help provide a common ground between parents, family, and teacher to collaborate and to give support to the student. I'm not quite sure how to stop this.